A top member of President Trump's legal team is demanding a second special counsel right now to investigate conflicts of interest in the Russia probe. Attorney Jay Sekulow made the request after reports that Justice Department official Bruce Ohr's wife worked for the company responsible for the anti-Trump dossier. Investigators say Nellie Ohr may have arranged meetings at Fusion GPS to coordinate work on the controversial document. Her husband has since been demoted for concealing his meetings with people behind that dossier. One America's John Hines caught up with the president of Judicial Watch, Tom Fitton, and has this report.
Hello, I'm here with Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton talking about the president's lawyer. His legal team has come out and asked for a special counsel to, in essence, investigate the investigators. Mr. Fitton, tell us a little bit about that. I know that that comports with Judicial Watch and what you've been talking about for a while.
Yeah, we've been calling for some time for an independent investigation of what was going on in the Obama Justice Department and FBI, and frankly what's continuing to go on under Special Counsel Robert Mueller, where you've had this coordinated effort with outsiders, namely the Clinton campaign, to spy on President Trump, who knows, leaking information. There was an ambush interview of his national security advisor, General Flynn, and it turns out a lot of the people, or too many of the people involved in both of those investigations, were compromised, either ethically or politically.
Talk a little bit about potentially the conflicts of interest that we've seen as these investigations have gone on.
Well, we had a key special agent of the FBI, Peter Strzok, who was sending text messages reportedly to his girlfriend, who was a top FBI lawyer, that were derisive of President Trump, or then candidate Trump, and pro-Hillary Clinton. The problem with that is he was one of the lead agents in charge of investigating Hillary Clinton's email scandal. And as a counterintelligence official in the FBI, he was also involved in investigating the Russia collusion scandal and ties to the Trump campaign. So there's a twofer there. He's compromised two investigations, and he was only removed from Mueller. He was only removed by the Special Counsel Mueller 5 months ago. So what was he involved in? Was he involved in seeking and getting FISA warrants approved? Reportedly he was involved in the Flynn ambush interview. So there are a lot of questions to be answered, among which is, why did Mueller keep this away from the American people, the fact this guy was removed for 5 months?
Any thoughts on perhaps why it took the Trump lawyers' legal team to come out and make this inquiry, this request officially?
Well, I don't know how official the request is, but all I know it's well past time for a special counsel to investigate what's been going on at the Clinton Justice Department and FBI. Because you could have obstruction of justice in terms of the Clinton email investigation if enough wrong things were done and said, and leads weren't followed up for political reasons as opposed to prosecutorial reasons. There needs to be a serious investigation.
One of the incidents that the president's lawyer mentioned in a statement was Fusion GPS and the Russian dossier. How is that potentially a conflict of interest and a problem for the president with regard to this investigation that's been going on?
You know, by all accounts, the Fusion GPS dossier was a Clinton operation. It was funded by Clinton, funded by the DNC. It may have been used by the Justice Department and the FBI under President Obama to target Team Trump with spying and who knows what else. So we need to know the details about that. And our concern also is that Mueller continues to uses this dossier. And as far as I'm concerned, it's fruit of the poison tree until we figure out how that dossier was used, who paid for it, because it may have been the Obama administration stepped in and paid money to this group as well. So there are real concerns about how that dossier was used by the Obama administration and how it's being used by Mr. Mueller. It's the obligation of the senior leadership of the Justice Department, namely Mr. Rod Rosenstein, to make sure that Mueller is following the rules and not doing anything improper. This includes finding out what went on with this dossier. And what I would do if I were Mr. Rosenstein is I'd shut this Mueller operation down, or at least pause it till we figured out what was the involvement of this FBI special agent who evidently didn't like Trump and loved Hillary Clinton, and how this dossier was compiled and being used by the prior DOJ and Mr. Mueller himself.
Well, thank you very much. There you have it. Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton talking about the president's legal team asking for a special counsel to investigate a lot of these potential conflicts of interest at the FBI and in the ongoing investigations there. Back to you in the studio.